It is recording to the cloud.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Okay, well, happy to be here with all of you tonight. Very exciting time from a company standpoint. As I listen to the stories tonight, it's not only the joy of hearing people really do well. I mean, that's the excitement, I think, for all of us, that baseline excitement, but also that realization that you can stretch out and help so many other people do well. And there's a wonderful, I guess you would say, emotional revenue to that that is just on and above the incomes that can be made. And of course, there is a serious business here as well, but there's a lot that goes together that's wonderful people in their health, their financial journey, and also in community. It's a wonderful community to be part of, like-minded people who really like being part of that mission of making a difference. As many of you know from last week and this week, probably you've heard from your uplines, is they have continued to streamline and simplify our marketing model, and that it is now really very clear path as to how to move up through that compensation plan, go up through promotions. And you want to be not only aware of it, but really use it as far as sharing this with other people. I'm going to tonight go through the compensation plan, and we're going to do it, in not slowly, but I'm going to take time to show you where you would really want to concentrate and how as you go up through the plan. And then, of course, one of the things I'd recommend is people who are in promotions there at the home office. Try to reach out to one of them, create a relationship with somebody that you send your promotions into each time, because then that'll help expedite it as well. But I think what we're going to see is that people are going to move much, much faster through the compensation plan, through the marketing model, and up through the ranks, I guess you would say. And then, of course, the return from both the commission standpoint and a title bonuses that go along with it will be huge. So I'm going to go to screen share and see if I can do this right quick with you all. And we're going to go over the compensation plan. So you can access this site just by putting in www.2020 compensation plan. It'll then ask you for your name and email, and that's really was just to protect the site so that it's there for you all to use and not everybody in the world is clicking in. So let's just go through and we're going to look at this, and then we'll have time. Hopefully, I'm going to go through it relatively quickly so that there'll be time for questions if you choose. One of the great blessings of our business and our plan itself is that it's a very focused product line. It's a very powerful product line. It makes sense. People understand fruit, vegetables, berries, and omegas. And there's not a lot of education that has to go along with that. People wake up every day knowing they need it. And we're in a time where everyone is on high alert as far as their desire to have the strongest and best immune system possible for themselves and the people they love. And as you heard from the stories tonight, so many things, that we deal with, that the human body deals with today is based in inflammation. And studies that would be really prevalent right now would be the 4 studies on the fact that it reduces inflammation significantly in the body. That compounds over time. As we listen to stories tonight, you certainly hear that when you hear someone say, it's 6 months and I realized that I was just so much better. The body heals itself when it gets that huge infusion of nutrition. Of course, we have the complete product, the gummies, and the Tower Garden. So let's go now to the plan itself. And I'll share this with you if you're looking at it for the very first time, or if it's the second or the third or the fourth time. For me, this was just kind of overwhelming. I thought they were asking me to speak a foreign language when I first saw it, because I was used to the traditional way that people created income, which was, trading hours for dollars and get salary, and it's fixed. I was an educator, a teacher. I made very little, even though I had a lot of years of education. But And there was, that was it. The money was the money and no more. So here what you'll see is that your business grows and expands. There is no limit to your income. I love this because if we think about the product, there's no limit to the health results that you can get, to this prevention and power of really, I guess you would say, staying young the longest amount of time possible, hopefully your whole lifetime. And then the pay plan, of course, is that unlimited potential to earn. So the only requirement to be a partner with our company is $52 yearly fee. So for $1 a week, you can be in business, and one that would be certainly powerful and can grow, as I said, without limits. I'm going to use the tri-pack as the example because the tri-pack is actually 85% of our company sales. So even though all products are very powerful and very important, and we see many people now who market all four together, the quad, and calling it the quad, but the omega's included. The omega is kind of the new baby over the last year and a half, but it's gaining strength quickly. But I'll use this tri-pack as the example. Now we work on full dollar value and being paid. So this product would be $300 for a 4-month supply. A preferred customer is someone who gets direct ship. Everyone does directly from the company, but they're buying on installment. So they only pay $75 a month is what goes on the credit card. Yet the box ships out total with 4 months. So you're on the installment plan. The beauty of this for a team member, as they order it for themselves or as they share it with others, is that you do not have to pre-buy the product. You don't have to store it or ship it or collect money for it. The company does all of those things for you. And so that's huge. You just share the story as you heard tonight, invite people to the option of having good health, and invite them to share this with others. So it's just a matter of turning in an order on computer, or turning in an application for partnership as well on computer. So let's look at how this works. Now you are a partner with the company. You're entitled now to retail sales profit of 10%. So as you start as a new partner. If you were to market this tri-pack, you would have that 10% return immediately of $30 on your own product or on that of a customer, anyone in your household. You get the immediate 10% return. But the goal is to grow up in position and therefore grow up in income. And this is where it gets exciting, because it has been streamlined to be very easy to share, to remember, and for others to accomplish as well as yourself. So here the first position is Partner Plus. Now here you're going to get a raise. It's a permanent raise of 5%. The partner marketing the tri-pack would make $45 because he's going to make what, 10% plus 5%, 15% on the 300. How do you reach this position? $900 in accumulated volume. So this would equal 3 trios, or that tri-pack we're looking at up there. Again, this becomes a simple way to share it, to think about it, to add it up, you might say. And this 900 could be any combination of products, but I'm using the trio as the example, and here it's 3. This could actually happen within your own household. You might be buying, 2 people might be buying all of the products, the fruit, vegetable, berry, omega, and complete. 2 people on that comes to right at that amount. So it could happen right in your household. If you do this quickly, the bonus is higher, and we'll talk about that soon. The next position is a qualifying sales coordinator. Here you have an increase, permanent increase of 10, it goes to 10%. So the QSC, as we call it, if that person markets the tri-pack, they're now going to make $60 in retail profit. So it's the 10% plus another 10%. And how do we reach that position? Now, again, easy to remember, 3,600 is really 3 times, it's you at 3 others. 900 would give you actually a qualifying sales coordinator position. but it could even be you and customers. This is cumulative. You already at a Partner Plus, you have $900 in the bank towards your 3,600. So now it's just, if it's still trios, it would be 9 trios left, and you would be a qualifying sales coordinator. This can come from you and your customers, or you and new partners, either one. Those partners sponsor directly to you. We go now to the top commission position of sales coordinator. Here it's a permanent increase. You now have 15% return. The SC, or sales coordinator marketing the tri-pack, would receive $75 in return. So here, again, every month, and this is important because many companies, you work on a monthly basis only and not on a cumulative basis. To reach this position, it's 10,800. And once again, multiples of 3, which is easy to remember, excuse me, and easy to share. So 36 trios here in this position would bring you that sales coordinator position. Again, 2 things to point out. All positions are permanent. You can never fall back. You don't have to requalify at any point in time for the position. Many companies, every year, people have to build their position over. That does not happen here. All orders are cumulative. Once you reach a position, the amount it was required to reach that position is money in the bank towards your next position. So now let's talk about this second form of income called commissions. And commissions are what you see in red. And it's what the company, really pays us to encourage people to develop team. So since sales coordinator is the first goal, and the reason it's the first goal is because it is the top commission position. It's the place where you're going to get the largest return in sales. And so you want that as quickly as possible. The other positions are steps along the way. But let's just make you a sales coordinator. You may be one already. If not, we're going to look at you as one right now. And realize too, even people in leadership as they grow up, everyone, myself included, we're sales coordinators with titles and benefits as we grow up. The titles and benefits that go along with leadership positions just indicate that you have grown your business larger and larger. So sales coordinator, here, let's say you have a new partner. Your partner markets the tri-pack. They make $30, but the company always pays out the full amount of the box. And this, again, is something that makes us a little unique because many companies will keep that difference. Here, the sales coordinator now makes the difference. So the partner 30, then $45 would go to the sales coordinator. But your goal is to grow that person up to sales coordinator. And there's real benefit in doing that. We'll talk about that in a second, but let's look at what happens as you grow them up. You grow your person to Partner Plus. They make $45, you make $30. You grow them to QSC, they make $60, you make $15. You might say, why would I want to grow them up? We're in the same place. Because the company is going to give you at that point a promote out or promote up bonus, which with you forever. And it's on your new sales coordinators business and all of their Partner Plus and QSCs. So this 3% then, if your business is wide and strong, becomes much larger than the difference as you help grow someone up. So it's a position of growing up in income as well as in title and position. So let's look at the third forms of income. Performance bonus, we're going to talk about because that's really where eventually the bulk of your income will come from. And then what I just mentioned, promote out bonus. So we're going to go to performance bonus first in blue. If you look at the QSC position, you're going to see that 3% has come up in blue as well. That's where the 3% starts. So your goal again is go to sales coordinator as soon as possible. Partner Plus is the first step. QSC, the second step, you're not to receive 3% as your team grows. Here you are. This little dot at the top is your smiley face, and you want to have as many team members wide as possible. This is one of the, if there's a secret or a piece of advice that really allows you to access and leverage the pay plan at the highest level, it would be with. Now, some people start out with a lot of with, some start out with 2 or 3 or 4, and they're every month or every other month, they're adding someone, adding. But over your business life, if you're going to really capitalize on the potential of this pay plan, with is the key. Now, you're going to receive 3% performance bonus on every one of those people and all the activities. And if you're really wise, if you've created that model, then what happens is that everyone's going to duplicate that. This is definitely a duplicating business. I didn't have enough room here to draw out, what 10 or 12 on for each one of the front line would be, but it's to give you the realization that if you create a model that's wide, others will duplicate it and it will really make a difference for you. So here you're going to receive 3% first generation, second, third, fourth, and that can be huge. Now let's talk about, we'll go back to promote out bonus. Remember those people that you grow to sales coordinator. Well, I have a few of them that we made their faces a little different color, just so we could say these are the ones that have grown to sales coordinator so far. You eventually, of course, would like everyone on your front line to be sales coordinator. And now you're 3% on all of their partners, Partner Plus, and qualifying sales coordinators. So if they're really wide, this can be huge as far as these people becoming 6%ers for you now. So that becomes another strong source of income. The biggest income will eventually be, though, that performance bonus at 3% all the way down. But if you look at it, there's so many ways that the company provides for you to earn as you're growing there. So you're going to have title rewards, you're going to have sales profits, you'll have commission differences. All of those things really add to the income to get you to the position where you now have the bulk of your income coming in on the 3% performance. Going forward, we look at the top 4 leadership positions. And here, QSSC, SSC Senior Sales Coordinator, Q Qualifying National Marketing Director, National Marketing Director. Again, as I said earlier, these are really sales coordinators with titles and benefits. So let's look at some of those benefits. As you go into the QSSC position, there are a number of perks that go along with it. And one of them is the ability to earn what we always termed early on. I've been with the company 33 years. When I started, this was referred to as our expense money. Today, it's called a business investment bonus. We call it our BIB money, but it's on and above anything else that your business creates. All of these people in your team, everybody. What the company's saying to you is if you go to the effort to put together a business that grows to QSSC, they're going to help support it. As you grow up through these positions, that expense allowance increases up to $750 as an SSC, can be up to $1,000 as a qualifying national marketing director, and as a national marketing director, it goes to $3,000 a month. Again, remember, this is on and above all the monies that we mentioned before. Also, a neat thing here, we're worldwide. We're in 26 countries now. If you build a national marketing director, or there are national marketing directors on your team from other countries, you're going to also receive BIB money from those countries as well. And it can go up to $3,000 a month in each country. So the expense of money, don't overlook. That can be serious. We look at the benefit program. Actually, it starts as QNMD with a number of these things, but especially Christmas bonus and things of that nature. But it really is filled in totally at the national marketing director position. Here you're going to have life insurance, you're going to have, it's for you, your family, a health insurance for you, your spouse, and your children till they're 26, disability insurance, long-term care insurance. I don't know that we're all pretty healthy, but it's nice to know we'd have it if we need it. College tuition. I had 2 children in college for a number of years. They give you $1,850 a year toward that tuition. I don't know many companies that help you send your children to school. I think it's amazing. And then the holiday bonus. All 4 leadership positions get holiday bonuses. National marketing directors, at least $1,000 at Christmas. And I think everyone will agree we all like money meant for Christmas. And we like those bonuses better than a turkey. So it's a good thing. These benefits were one of the big things that attracted me when I first came across this. The 5th form of income is something that we didn't have for many years. Actually, our company introduced team building title bonuses in 2007 when the recession was rather serious in this country. And I think we're in a place where, people again are really needing income and needing it as soon as possible. But the bonuses, the title bonuses were put in to give that extra energy as you began your business so that you could, create income right away. So those are better than ever today. And we'll talk about those right quick. Of course, there's a title bonus for every position. And in those first 4 positions, it's going to be a matching bonus in 2 of those positions for the sponsor. So let's talk about this right quick. If you grow from partner to partner plus, and if you do it quickly, you're going to have an added bonus. Now remember, and you want to think of the simplicity of this plan. You have an example. If you're a new partner, it's you plus 2. So if you remember, you plus 2 is the baseline. So you as a new customer and at least 2 at TriPax, then you do that in the first 10 days from the time you place your order. Then you're going to have a $100 bonus plus commissions. If you do it in the first 30 days, you're going to have a $50 bonus plus commission. So you plus 2 would be a great idea right away. Now this can happen in your own household on one credit card. If both people are on the quad, that would be $800 in amount. You just need $900, so probably a complete order, one other order to complete that $900, and it's happened right in your own household. Or you might be you plus 2 and 2 customers outside your household. They would have to be on their own credit card if it ships to another address, but this is the foundation. This is the beginning. To move quickly not only brings a bigger bonus, but it sets a pace that you want people to duplicate. So you become the model in everything that happens. Now, the next position is qualifying sales coordinator. If it's done in the first 30 days, the bonus is $400 for both the sponsor and the new team member. Now, this can happen, and remember, it's 12 trios if we're using the trio as an example, or it's 9 quads, the 4 plus 1 other small order, and that brings you right there. So, again, it would be wise to look at this in the first 30 days because you're not only going to pick up the $100 bonus in 10 days. If you finish off this in a month, now you're $500 in bonus. If you go past the 30 days and you don't go past 60, so up to 60 days, you have a $300 bonus. So this can be done with you, your orders, your customers, and your team members, those sponsored directly to you, their orders and their customers' orders, or it could be you and customers, either one of those scenarios. And remember, you've already got $900 in the bank with 3 trios or the equivalent. So that means if you're using trios, it's just another 9. With this $400 bonus, you're somewhere over $700 in income with commissions. You're somewhere over $600 in commissions if it's the $300 bonus. But think about it. If you did this in the first 30 days, the person's going to create around $750 in income. And that can be a good, significant, strong start in a first 30-day period. Sales coordinator, again, first goal, the other two are, steps along the way. If this is done in 30 days, both the sponsor and the new team member make $700 in title bonus. If it's up to 6 months or anywhere after the first 90 days or 3 months, then it's going to be a $600 bonus. So depending on the bonus, you're going to make anywhere from $4,500 to $5,500 or so in this going to this position. If that happens in the first 90 days or 3 months, that's a significant income in a short period of time to really help people get a boost looking for supplemental income, and so many people are today. If we look at the qualifying senior sales coordinator, SSCQ, and national marketing director, they're significant. They go to the person moving to that position. So leadership becomes very appealing. Remember, these are separate. They're one-time bonuses. The monies we looked at before is expense money or every month. Now let's look at a very simple, and this will be the end of what we'll share tonight, because again, it's the simplicity of it, is that you can look at this as a little model that you could draw out on a napkin for anyone that says, let me show you how to go to that first goal, that top commission position of sales coordinator. So the top dot, that's either you starting or your new team member starting. So remember, you plus 2. So your own tri-pack order plus 2, or any combination. It could be you with a quad, someone else with a quad, and maybe one other little order, or you could fill it in with 2 people, because there just has to be 2 people ordering. But this simplicity of you plus 2 is easy to remember and share. Now, if you bring on 3 team members and they do the same thing, you plus 2, again, using the tri-pack as the example, you're now with this little scenario here of you and 3 team members with you plus 2, you're qualifying sales coordinator. So this could be a very simple plan for that first 30 days or less. If you counted up the little tri-packs in this little one area, the you and the 3 team members, it would be 12, which is exactly what you would need from a standpoint of $3,600. Now, if each one of those people repeated, they found 3 people who had you plus 2, and this happened across the way, then you would be a sales coordinator. So turn this out in, some people could do it in 2 months or 3 months. You've now earned somewhere around $5,500. So very simple to share, very simple to tell people how to go about doing it without a lot of super explanation. Very simple now to move through the plan. So we're going to just go back, and I was going to mention 1 or 2 other things, is that if we're looking at this plan, once again, you want to position yourself for success. You want to help others that come onto your team position for success. You want to be as wide as possible, because that's going to leverage your future growth. When you go to the national marketing director position, you're going to need 5 sales coordinators across. The best way to get ready for that is right in the beginning and having a person put a lot of team members across right out the gate, or continuing to add. It should always be the goal, because that sets up for duplication, for width, which really leverages the income. Sales coordinator, again, being the first goal, these 2 being steps along the way. Now, you're going to come across people who say, well, and this is very common, and we've seen it happen many times. They'll say, I just want to get my product at a discount, and then they fall in love with the product. They become team members. Then maybe they share it with their mom or their daughter or their dad, or, their neighbor. And they begin to accumulate customers, not necessarily looking to be in business, but before long, they've got the equivalent of 12 trio orders. They get a bonus check. They get the income from it. And then it's, where could you go? Look at where you could go. And they decide to become team members. That's why now you can do this with just customers, or you can do this position, qualifying sales coordinators, with customers or team members. If a person is a serious business builder from the get-go and they want to access at the highest level, I would highly recommend as many partners as possible right away, because they're going to help carry everything that is needed to keep you in full qualification for everything. If they're just wanting to get their product at a discount, it's very likely that they'll get excited about the monies that'll come their way in the beginning, as they get a return on their own product order as well as the few around them. We have many a national marketing director today that started just to get the discount on their product. So at this point, I'll go back to you all. If there are any questions about any of the things that have been, I guess you would say, streamlined in regard to the pay plan, I'll be glad to answer any of those. Before I leave this page or any of the other pages, is there any questions that would go along with this from anyone? Don't everybody screaming at me at once, okay? Anybody have any questions? Does this make sense? Does it seem simple now? Want to give me some input?
It's definitely more simple. As I've been in the business, it's getting more and more simple.
That's great. Anybody else? Any other questions in regard to it? Okay, well, a few other tips right now. What you would definitely want to do with your teams is you want to go back and, talk to all those who want to play at the highest level, who want to really, access their businesses at the highest level, and then evaluate, where are you? What people on your team are ready to talk to people. I have one requirement when I work with someone, and it's the only thing I've ever had to have my entire career. And it's, how many people can you put me in front of to tell the business story to? And the business story is my product story, my business story. I come behind people as that. And if you're 30 minutes older than if you've only been sponsored 30 minutes ago, you're 30 minutes older than the person you're introducing it to. So people come behind each other, as you might say, the foundation of validation. And so you want to find out who wants to play, how many people are they going to put you in front of to tell the product and the business story. You can do that very simply now. You might also reach out to any of the people on your team who maybe have been dormant for a while. This has been a rough year. People have almost been at times frozen, and just the uncertainty of what's going on. But we have a wonderful thing to offer here, because it's not only good health, which people are really in huge need of and want. It's supplemental income, which we couldn't be more relevant, but it's also community, because there's a great deal of isolation and loneliness. So there's a tremendous amount to offer here. So go back to those people who may be dormant, and let's look at going over the simplicity of how they could share this with others. You could draw that out very easily. One little circle, you plus two. Three little circles, you plus two. Another three little circles, you plus two, and you're a sales coordinator. And you've earned $4,500 to $5,500. It's that simple. So how many people are, you look at the ones you have that are ready to play, you go back to those who may be dormant, or even those who may have fallen off the rolls, and see if it's good timing for them to re-enter. And then what about that list of people that you have not reached out to, or that you've thought about, or maybe they're in the periphery of your day in your life and you haven't thought about them. For me, I happened to come across a girl that I talked to at Bloomingdale's that, sends the face cream that I like to use. And then I thought, I've got all these contacts of people that, I reach out to for one thing or another, that have, been in my life, but not necessarily in my business. You'd be surprised how many people are really in need for both our product and our business. I also have called these people and said, I could really use some help. We're really wanting to reach as many people as possible with our product and with our business. Who do you know that really wants to secure their health right now? Who's looking for something to support their immune system? Who do you love and care about that might need this? Who do you know that may need additional income at this time? That's something that where I've gotten a lot of referrals because, I've heard people say things like, I'm so fortunate to have a job. I know so many people right now who do not. Well, let's talk about those people. Who do you know that maybe this might be a fit for? It may and it may not. But if it is, it may really change the state of their life right now. So I think we're right at time. Hopefully this has been something that has been a help to you tonight. Again, very simple plan. We have this recorded at this point, and so you can certainly share it with others. So anybody, any questions at this point? Even though we're out of time, we'll take a question or two if anybody wants to ask anything. It seemed clear enough that you're all ready to go, ready to smile and dial for dollars. Okay.
Just grateful. Thank
Oh,
you, Cheryl.
I feel
And
great.
I ordered and started reading that book that you recommended by Joseph Murphy, Think Yourself Rich. And I love it. It's wonderful.
It's a great book. And what she's talking about is Dr. Joseph Murphy. He wrote The Power of the Subconscious Mind. And the one she's talking about now is one of his later books, Think Yourself Rich. But it's all the riches of life, not just the financial, but everything that makes life.
Yes, it's so warm and encouraging. And, I kind of imagine you reading it and implementing it and having had such success. And
I'm working at it. I'm working at it. Edie, I'd like to show you if I had my book here on the table. It has been read so many times, the cover is gone. I have it held together with green tape on the spine of it, and it's pretty worn out, but I reach for it all the time. So
I have seen you hold it up. Yeah. So thank you for telling us about that.
well, thank you all, and we'll say goodnight, and let's just go share with everyone. And one more reminder on this coming Tuesday night, because it is, going to be Valentine week, here coming week, or Heart Week. We're going to have on Tuesday night our Take Action Tuesday, and we've got two celebrities which are going to come on and talk about how this company got the reputation of the company with the heart, and also how they happen to hold it together for 50 years and are going to hold it together for the next 50. So you might guess who those two guys are going to be, but it's going to be a good thing. So have everybody there with you on Tuesday night. Okay, folks.
Awesome. Thank you, Cheryl.
Have something.
That was great, Cheryl. Thank you.
Okay, we're gonna